Gentlemen, today I want to talk about 7 attraction killers. Okay? So I'm going to begin with one brutal truth, and that is that most men today, they don't lose women, they lose themselves. And these men lose their frame, that invisible, yet unshakable and unmistakable force that separates a man who leads from one who follows. Frame is the backbone of masculine energy. It is calm, it is grounded, and it is unshakable. And when a man loses it, regaining it is like pulling teeth from its own soul, from his own soul. It is not that women have changed. It is that men have forgotten how to be men. So this has happened through weak parenting, feminist or feminized education, and Hollywood propaganda. Generations of boys have been raised to feel like women rather than think like men. They were taught emotional dependence instead of stoic independence. In No More Mr. Nice Guy, Dr. Robert Glover tells us that society conditioned men to seek approval rather than mastery, to please rather than to lead. And the result of this, a generation of men who approach women not from strength but from need. So let me paint a picture for you. You see a man texting a woman nonstop. He overexplains himself. He asks if she's angry. He is eager to prove that he's different, in quotes. He's not courting, he is auditioning. He doesn't know it, but every word he sends erodes her attraction like acid on metal. Because in the sexual marketplace, gentlemen, neediness is the opposite of value. So today I want to expose or share with you 7 questions that no man with frame should ever ask. Questions that scream weakness louder than any insult could. The first question you should never ask a woman is, will you be my girlfriend? If you have to ask, she isn't ready and likely never will be. A woman who truly desires you doesn't need to be asked. She claims you through her actions. Okay? You have to remember, gentlemen, from Unplugged, we learn that desire cannot be negotiated. When you ask this question, you are not asserting, you are submitting. You've made her the prize, the judge, the queen that you must petition for validation. And when she senses that you are more invested than she is, she withdraws. Always remember, it is a clock that is ticking, not yours. A man never rushes commitment. He earns it through purpose and direction. The second question that is a desire or attraction killer is, what is your mobile PIN? This is not about trust. It's about fear. It screams, I don't trust my value. I think you can do better than me. A man with frame observes quietly, and acts decisively. You vet before you commit, not after. If she's loyal, she'll show it. If she's not, she'll expose herself. So either way, never grovel for assurance. In The Myth of Male Power, Warren Farrell reminds us that men are often trained to prove they are trustworthy rather than demand trust. So that dynamic kills respect. If you have to check her phone, she's already gone. You are just refusing to accept it. Gentlemen, if you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it. When you subscribe, you'll always be notified when I drop new content. Also, when you like and share, you help this channel to grow, and more importantly, you help other men to discover the tools that they need to level up. So remember, when one man rises, we all rise. Now let's get back to the video. The third question you should never ask a woman is, do you love me? If you must ask, she doesn't. Love, when it is real, announces itself. She calls, she texts, she clings, she shows it. This question exposes your insecurity and it burdens her with guilt. It is a plea for validation, not a statement of confidence. In The Way of Superior Man, David Dada says that a man who does not need his woman's approval can offer her his full love. So what's the translation? Stop chasing reassurance. Lead with your self-worth. The fourth question you should never ask a woman is, do you still love him? Never ask about her ex. Never. This question tells her that you are competing with a ghost and losing. A man grounded in his mission doesn't worry about another man's shadow. Women are drawn to power, not paranoia. If she's still emotionally invested or tethered to her ex, time and self-respect are your only weapons. Detach, lead, let her orbit you. The fifth question you should never ask a woman is, why do you love me? Okay? This is a simping question, and it is actually not a question, it's a confession. It's a confession that you don't see your own value. It's a verbal equivalent of handing her your balls wrapped in a ribbon. When you ask her this, you are fishing for reassurance. You are asking her to convince you that you are enough, which immediately proves that you are not. In Unplugged Alpha, Rich Cooper reminds us that confidence is earned through competence. So you need to do the work. Don't go around asking for people to tell you what your value is. Build yourself until your worth is self-evident. You don't ask why she loves you. You know she does. Okay? The sixth question you should never ask a woman, and which is also an attraction killer, is, what's your body count? Gentlemen never ask this question. First, because you'll never get the truth. Second, because it doesn't matter. You can't retroactively change her past, but you can absolutely destroy her attraction by showing that you are threatened by it. If she's over 22, assume she's not a virgin. Vet her behavior, not her history. Okay? You can certainly check her past before you get involved, because the best way to predict the future is by looking at the past. The man's burden of performance never ends. Focus on being her best experience, not her judge. Okay? So once you've vetted a woman and you've checked her past, don't start delving into her body count. You'll never get the right answer. And if you want an answer, that is what you should do when you are vetting. Once you are in the relationship, you don't go digging into the past. Okay? So the more you act like the prize, the more she'll treat you like one. The seventh question you should never ask a woman is, why don't you respect me? Gentlemen, respect cannot be asked for. It must be commanded. You cannot negotiate frame with words. You assert it with presence. If she disrespects you, pull back. Go silent and detach. If she reaches out, she's learned the consequence. If she doesn't, you've just been freed. So waste no time in arguing about what a good man should be, as Marcus Aurelius said. Just be one. Walk away from disrespect. So, gentlemen, frame is not about dominance, it is discipline. It's not about controlling a woman. It's about learning how to assert your value and what you stand for. It's a quiet power that comes from knowing who you are and what you stand for. Women don't test you to destroy you. They're going to test you to find you. And every time you respond emotionally, you prove that she hasn't. In the words of Dr. Peterson in Beyond Order, a harmless man is a good man. Okay? Sorry, a harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a dangerous man who has it under voluntary control. That's why we say you need to be dangerous. That is what we call masculine frame, strength under restraint. So I'm going to ask you this, gentlemen. Which of these questions have you asked a woman? The 7 questions. Which one of them have you ever asked a woman? Where have you surrendered your frame without realizing it? And what will you do differently next time? So drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Share your story. Iron sharpens iron. Let's share the experiences and our perspectives. Because when one man reclaims his frame, he reclaims his life. And the day you stop seeking women's validation, that is the day women will start seeking you. So stand tall, walk slow, and never beg for what your presence should command. And I'll see you on the next one.